What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Nerd Collective. This is Rob. Finally, the sequel to arguably one of the funnest games ever is upon us. Just Cause 3 is a textbook case of a game made by a company who knows their audience. You're going to hear me say that quite a bit in this video, and you'll see why soon. Just Cause 3 is in a lot of ways similar to Just Cause 2, as it should be, with some very welcomed additions. The iconic grappling hook returns as, in my opinion, the best in-game accessory / weapon hybrid in any game ever. The grappling hook will grab onto virtually any surface, allowing you to pull yourself to whatever you're attached to, or tether a high-strength cable line or 2, or 6, between a surface and another object. Just Cause 2 offered only the ability to tether one single item to another surface or item at a time. A lot of modding was done on the PC version of Just Cause 2, and one of those mods included lots of extra tethers. With Avalanche Studios knowing their audience and saw how important multiple tethers were to us, we got our wish, and your grapple hook can now be upgraded to accommodate up to 6 tethers at once. Another big mod was increasing the tensile strength of the grappling hook lines. On PC they were indestructible, which while stupid fun, was a little much. So with Just Cause 3, we get the ability to up the tensile strength of the tethers. The use of the grappling hook doesn't stop there. You can now retract the tethers to pull things to each other, which will add tons of different approaches to destruction using the tethers. A wingsuit was added to Just Cause 3, which is by far my favorite item in any game. Every game could benefit from a wingsuit. Grand Theft Auto 5, wingsuit. I can't even begin to tell you how much I want a wingsuit in Grand Theft Auto 5. Assassin's Creed, wingsuit. Metal Gear Solid 5, wingsuit. Tomb Raider, wingsuit. Viva Pinata, wingsuit. Tetris, wingsuit. I don't care what I'm playing, I want a wingsuit. The wingsuit plays well with the grappling hook. While gliding, you can shoot the grapple hook at the ground to pull yourself around, so technically you don't even need to really hit the ground if you do it right. Just Cause 3 has the movement down to a science. Everything just works seamlessly with each other. Weapons are just as over the top as the movement. You get grenade launchers, RPGs, LMGs, all sorts of explosives, and unlimited C4. Yeah, unlimited C4 from the start. If that doesn't say the developer is giving us what we want and they would rather provide us with a game that is illegal amounts of fun, then I don't know what will. Obviously, you don't go into Just Cause 3 with the expectation to sit through a narrative that will melt your face off in excitement. You aren't going to get a compelling storyline that you would expect from The Last of Us, or graphics that will rival Crysis on Ultra. You're going to get a character who looks eerily similar to Gerard Butler, rocking an Italian accent, stomping around over 400 square miles of a fictional Mediterranean island called Medici, blowing up everything he can get his hands on to thwart the evil world domination plans of one General Dr. Ravioli. Okay, his name might not be Ravioli, but he does have 2 prefixes. Nothing says world-dominating megalomania like General Doctor in front of your name. Just Cause 3 is meant to give you highlight reel-worthy fun, and that's okay. It's okay for a game to just be fun, and this game is a lot of fun. Of course, not even unlimited C4 wielding, grapple hook shooting, wingsuit gliding, parachute, Diet Italy liberating Gerard Butler is perfect. There are some pretty frequent FPS dips when you have a lot of stuff to render on screen, like explosions and building destruction debris. Normally that wouldn't be too much of a hassle if the game weren't so centered around exactly that. FPS seems to be for the most part crispy and smooth until a lot starts happening and it dips pretty hard. It seems to drop well below 30, maybe even 20 FPS. This is hopefully something that should be fixable in a future patch, but probably should have been worked out possibly during a beta or a demo. It's just inexcusable nowadays to have something running on hardware like current gen consoles, dropping frames down possibly into the single digits during events that are the focal point of the entire game. It's something that honestly shouldn't have even made it past basic performance testing. Another thing worth noting is the story is very similar to Just Cause 2 and doesn't really offer much in terms of groundbreaking or revolutionary storytelling. The story missions comprise mostly of go here, blow this up, kill these guys, liberate these people. This is one of the subjectively negative things about this game, just because me myself, while I recognize the lack of an engaging story is objectively a bad thing, I can dry my tears and ignore the campaign's shortcomings by tethering enemies by their asses to the blades of a windmill while flying a fighter jet covered in C4 into the convoy of incoming reinforcements just because I can. The last notable downside would be the graphics. Like I mentioned before, you're not buying Just Cause 3 for the award-winning story or the graphics that would overheat a NASA workstation. So this would be another subjective negative because the game still looks very, very good, but there is tons of room for improvement. If I can see Lara Croft's neck vein underneath the strap of her tank top while she's hanging from an ice shelf in the middle of BFE, Avalanche Studios can pine for a little more detail in their texture and environment. This is in no way bagging on the quality of the graphics because they look fine. I'm more than pleased, but there is a lot more that could have been done, especially since if there were compromises made in the graphics department, FPS shouldn't be suffering as much as they are. If the graphics were worse than they are now, but the FPS ran solidly, consistently at 60 FPS, I would be 110% on board. But graphics could be better, and FPS could be much better. With that being said, the addition of minigames and the ability to track in-game milestones such as distance traveled while ragdolling, or continuous distance traveled while wingsuiting, so I can see which one of me and my friends limp-dicked down the tallest cliff, is really cool and will inevitably make you end up performing some gut-bustingly funny moments. You won't run out of things to do, blow up, or destroy anytime soon, that's for sure. Just Cause 3 deserves my praise, my laughs, and my money, as this was an instant purchase the day I heard of its scheduled release, and I'm very happy I did. Guys, that about does it for my review of Just Cause 3. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the Nerd Collective for more videos and reviews like these, and of course, we will see you in the next video.